Hi, this is Andy Kiefer with Outagamie County. This past spring, we had the opportunity to begin a virtual fence grazing project using grant funding from the Fox Wolf Watershed Alliance as well as the Fund for Lake Michigan, and using technology and collars from NoFence. So some goals we're hoping to reach with this project are to see the pros and cons of virtual fencing as well as the economics. We're hoping to get better pasture management or utilization, hopefully improve the farmer's grazing experience. Hopefully with these collars and the technology, we were able to reduce the labor requirement of moving pastures daily in a managed grazing system. And then help improve the adoption of grazing in our watersheds by hopefully reducing any hurdles or fencing infrastructure needs. Lastly, we're hoping to be able to use these collars to integrate livestock onto the cover crops that we have all been working hard to get established. So some very basics on the collar. We can see on the right hand side. So that neck strap, it's fitted around the animal. There's a battery inside of that black box, as well as two solar panels on both sides to keep the battery charged. Inside that black box is also a GPS to track the animal's location, as well as a cellular antenna, so the collar is able to communicate with the phone app. And then the app on the phone is used just to monitor the animals as well as draw the virtual fence boundaries. So how does this technology contain animals using no physical barriers? Essentially what it uses is audible cues and negative stimulant to keep the animals inside of a virtual grazing boundary. So in this case, the collars are placed onto heifers. So the heifers went through a 1 or 2 week period to learn the relationship between an audible cue and a negative stimulant. So as you can see in the right hand picture here, as the heifer is moving towards the boundary and she hits that boundary, she'll begin to hear an audible cue, and if it is ignored, she will eventually receive a negative stimulant. So like I mentioned, it takes about a week or so for that animal to learn that relationship. And once the animal is fully trained, we do have full confidence and see that in the field of the animal responding to the audible cue and quickly turning around once she hits that boundary. So here we'll see a heifer respond to the virtual boundary. Right now she's walking towards the line. There's that audible warning, and she quickly turns around to go back to the grazing area. Again, we're trying to control the animals using audible cues rather than an electric pulse or negative stimulant. Lastly is some contact information. The first link is to NoFence, which is the technology and collars we use for this project. And then on the bottom is my contact information. I want to thank you for taking your time to watch this video and learn more about our virtual grazing project.